Okay, so today we're gonna do a deep dive on something that a lot of people, I think, find a little bit intimidating:
Yeah,
life insurance, right?
yeah,
And especially when you have a pre-existing medical condition.
absolutely. Big concern for a lot of people.
It is. And we are going to be drawing from some excerpts from Pested Text, which is a great resource for this kind of stuff.
It is.
And by the end of this deep dive, you're going to feel way more comfortable with this whole topic. Because guess what? Just because you have a health condition, it does not mean you can't get coverage.
That's right. That's right. You know, a lot of people, they get this diagnosis or they have this health condition that's been ongoing, and they just assume that life insurance is off the table or that it's going to be astronomically expensive. And more often than not, that's not the case.
That's good to hear. Yeah, because it could be really confusing. So how does it all actually work? I mean, I know the source talks about insurance companies and how they're looking at risk.
Right.
What does that actually mean?
Yeah. So at the end of the day, insurance companies, they want to assess how likely is it that you are going to make a claim during the term of the policy. So they're looking at everything. They're looking at the severity of your condition, how well it's being managed, what kind of treatment you're undergoing, what medications you're taking, your overall health picture, family history. They're looking at your lifestyle choices. Do you smoke? Do you drink? All that good stuff.
It's really comprehensive then.
It is. It's very comprehensive. So it's not just like, oh, you have this, therefore that. That's much more nuanced than that.
Okay, so that makes me feel a little bit better because, I think a lot of people they kind of shut down when it comes to this.
Sure.
But let's say someone has like pretty well-controlled high blood pressure, right?
hmm
Is it possible that they could still get a decent rate?
Absolutely. Yeah. So someone with well-controlled high blood pressure, they're taking their medication, they're watching their diet, they're exercising regularly, they're managing their stress levels. They can often qualify for standard rates, sometimes even preferred rates.
Wow. I mean, that's pretty good to hear,
Yeah.
because yeah, I think people just kind of assume that it's just if you have any condition, it's just going to
Right.
be more expensive.
Right. And that's not always the case.
Okay, so that's good news.
Yeah.
But the source also mentions chronic conditions, right?
Right.
Or frequent hospitalizations. What happens then?
Yeah, so if you have more complex situations, chronic conditions, you've had multiple hospitalizations, maybe your condition isn't as well managed, then you might want to look into things like simplified issue life insurance or guaranteed issue life insurance.
Okay, hold on. Those sound kind of intense.
Yeah.
What are those?
Sure. So simplified issue is basically there's no medical exam, but you'll answer some health questions. So it's kind of a shortcut to getting of coverage. Um, Guaranteed issue is you're automatically approved. There's no health questions. There's no medical exam. But the catch is the premiums tend to be higher, and there often is a waiting period before the full death benefit kicks in.
Okay, so like you die and your family doesn't get the full amount.
Right. So there might be, a 2-year waiting period. And if you pass away within those 2 years, your beneficiaries might only get a portion of the death benefit, or maybe just the premiums paid back. Something like that.
Makes sense. So let me just recap here. So we've got fully underwritten, which is the most thorough but has the best rates. Then we've got simplified issue, which is like our shortcut option.
Right.
And then we have a guaranteed issue, which is the easiest to get, but potentially the highest cost.
Exactly.
Okay, great. And I mean, based on what you're saying, it sounds like working with a broker who really knows all this stuff is pretty important.
Oh, absolutely. Having a good broker on your side can make all the difference. They know the ins and outs of these different policies. They can shop around and get quotes from different insurers, really advocate for you, help you find the best fit for your situation.
Awesome. So the source also talks about something that's really interesting, which is that managing your health can actually help you get better rates. But how much of a difference does that really make?
Oh, it can make a huge difference. I had a client a while back, had type 2 diabetes. He really committed to working with his doctor, changing his diet, exercising regularly. He lost some weight, got his blood sugar under control, and a year later he applied for life insurance, and his rates were significantly lower than what he was quoted initially.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah,
So it's not just about getting coverage, it's about, taking control of your health.
absolutely. It's about showing the insurance company that you are taking steps to improve your health, to manage your condition, and that reduces the risk.
Okay, I'm glad we talked about this. So what we've learned today is having a pre-existing condition doesn't mean you're out of luck when it comes to life insurance. There are different policy types to consider, and it's really important to work with a knowledgeable broker who can guide you through this whole process.
Exactly.
But before we wrap up, is there anything else that you think our listeners should keep in mind when they're thinking about life insurance?
Yeah, I think it's really important to, beyond just looking at a policy itself, to really think about your individual financial goals. What are you trying to achieve with life insurance? Are you trying to replace income? Are you trying to cover a mortgage? Are you trying to leave a legacy for your loved ones?
Yeah,
Really answering those questions is going to help you determine how much coverage you need and what type of policy is going to be the best fit.
that's such a great point. Awesome. Well, this has been super insightful.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
And to all of our listeners, we hope this deep dive has given you a little more confidence and a little less fear when it comes to tackling this topic. We'll see you